I feel like in the past couple months, black lip products have really become a thing. I think there's something so interesting about them because oftentimes they're really striking in the product. Like you're not expecting someone to pull out a black lip product, but then they don't look quite as harsh when they go on the lips. I've been intrigued to try them. Clearly, we're here today, but I have not yet put any black lip products on my mouth. But today that's going to change because I bought 8 of them. I'm curious to see how it works in different formats. We have lip glosses, lip oils, lip balms, lipsticks. I'm curious if there is difference in the effects from one to the other. And I thought this could be helpful if you are on a similar journey as me, if you're interested in trying this but kind of don't know where to start. In general, I'm more of a balm person as opposed to a gloss person at the moment because I feel like balms stay in place a little bit better on my lips. And I feel like glosses are a little bit more prone to either move around or completely disappear when I'm not paying attention to them. But I think I want to start with the glosses and then move into the balms because I think the glosses will, for all those reasons, be easier to remove. So let's start with a drugstore price one. This is from Essence. This is the Juicy Balm. They do carry this line at Ulta, but they didn't have this color. I had to order this from their website, but it was like $3. So let's see, let me zoom you in. Okay, a pretty standard little lip gloss applicator. There's the money shot. You would never know this is a black lip product. Off the bat, I like the feel of the product. I feel like the applicator, this like little plastic thing, it feels very luxe. The taste of it reminds me of like lip smackers. I was such a lip smackers girl when I was growing up. It just tastes very nostalgic. It feels soft like a lip oil, but it also feels like it has some weight to it, some texture to it, more like a lip gloss. So my first impression of this is I really like the experience of putting it on, but this looks like a sheer lip product. Or if anything, it just kind of like livened up the color of my lips. Because actually, I feel like if I put on a clear, my natural lip color wouldn't look as defined. So maybe something about this, it did kind of like amp up my natural lip color, but it still looks really natural. It's kind of like a clear gloss lip liner hybrid minus the lip liner. I'm really impressed by this. I feel like we're starting off to a good start, and I wonder if this is going to be kind of the idea of the rest of these, that they're not going to look like so much of a thing. It's kind of just like a my lips but better, but then I have like a cool black tube of lip product. Next we have this lip oil from Blend Bunny, and this is actually going to be the first Blend Bunny product I ever try, even though I don't think this is what people mean when they say using Blend Bunny products. This, I believe, retails for like 18 or 20, but it was on sale when I bought it, and I think including shipping, it was like under $15. I'm pretty sure it's still on sale. The packaging of this was a lot bigger than I expected it to be, like for contrast. Here's a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. So like this is like a big meaty lip gloss, or lip oil, sorry. So I'm hoping that means it has a big meaty doe foot. I have to stop saying big meaty in this video. Ooh, ooh, oh. I hope I got that. It is a big meaty doe foot, and it was hard to get out. I guess that means like this thing in here was like pretty tight. So hopefully that won't mean it's like a messy product to use. Okay. The applicator wasn't quite as soft as I was expecting to be, and I feel like it's not like saturated in lip gloss, but I was scared to try to like re-dip it because it was so hard getting it out the first time. It definitely looked a lot more black going on, and I feel like now that it's on my lips, this might be more of the effect that I was expecting prior to starting this video to get from a black lip product as opposed to the Essence one that just, like, you would never know that it was a black lip product. It does create this overall kind of like dulled down mauve color that I think is really unique and really pretty. So to compare this to the Essence one, I feel like I didn't like the experience of putting it on as much. I think that one kind of like tasted better and felt better on the lips. This one, despite being lip oil, it doesn't feel quite as soft on my lips. It doesn't have the feeling of being as conditioning as the Essence one did, but I do think it's a more interesting, a more unique look on my lips. And it's also like an all-in-one product that I don't feel like I need a lip liner for. So when I started thinking about this video, it's when that Fenty black gloss was in stores, and I didn't end up getting that. I kind of like didn't get my head together for this video until after it was already sold out. But I wanted to see if there was a different black lip product available at Sephora, and there really wasn't, but I got this dark purple one, and I am curious if it's the same vibe, because a lot of the times the like model pictures for these dark sheer purples look the same as the dark sheer blacks. So this is from Milk Makeup. It's the Odyssey Lip Oil Gloss. This is a pretty meaty little tube also. Not quite as meaty though. I will say the Fenty one, I'm pretty sure it was like very gunmetal and very glittery, and I don't know if I would have liked that, but I mean, I would have tried it out if I could have. But I feel like this might be a formula that's better suited for me. Okay, not as big of a doe foot also, but it looks way more saturated in color. A little nervous here. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I am seeing the difference between this deep purple and those more like black ones. I feel like the black lip products tint my lips in a way that's cool, and this tints my lips in a way that's warm. So it is pretty. I like it, and it is like giving my lips that tinted effect, that like not an opaque gloss. I do think this is pretty. And I think that it is an interesting option if you are someone that just shops at Sephora, but I don't think it's a suitable replacement for the black ones. This is more of like a crushed blueberry look, I'd say. I like it though. I feel like I'm gonna continue to wear this, but I don't feel like it's the same thing. And the formula I think is okay. I can see why they named it Lip Oil Gloss, because it does feel kind of like right in between those two things. Okay, the last one from the gloss/oil side is from Colourpop. This is from their Twilight collection that they launched, I don't know, in the past. This is the shade Team Jacob, and I think this is our first actually like sparkly shade, so I'm curious how that's going to play out. I will say I ordered the reddish lip oil also when I had made this Colourpop order, and I filmed a video where I tried the Colourpop products after not trying Colourpop products for a long time. I don't know which video is going up first, but that lip oil doesn't have any glitter to it, and I've actually been loving it and wearing that a bunch since filming that video. So I wonder, like, I want to say I have high hopes, but I'm also very trepidatious about the glitter in here. This is a pretty standard little like lip gloss wand, not one of those big juicy ones. Yeah, this has a much lighter lip oil feel compared to all the other ones that we've tried so far, but it's not really doing that much. Huh. Like, I don't know if I'm just a little delusional, but I feel like they could have advertised clear lip balm in this cool black glittery look in the tube. This looks so clear. Like with the Essence one, I feel like I kind of talked through it as I put it on, that like I thought it looked clear, but then I realized it kind of was deepening up my lips. Is this deepening up my lips? I don't think this is doing anything other than give like the slightest amount of like shine. Like, can we even see any glitter to it? No, and maybe that's good, because sometimes glitter can be uncomfortable in lip products. Sometimes you really feel the like grittiness, the sandiness of it. But it's just so weird to me that the tube of this is so glittery and the product is like nothing at all. Okay, welcome to part 2 of this video. The fun part. I actually don't know that yet because it hasn't happened yet for me. But I am really excited about these next 4 because, as I said, I prefer balms over glosses if I have the choice. If I have to like make a blanket statement, That's what my blanket statement would be. And these are also 4 brands that I've been interested in and I have not tried a single product from yet. So that's very cool. Let's just kick it off with an exciting one. I bought this from Isamaya. I did not buy the whole packaging. That's not my journey. I have so many feelings about that, and if you know what I mean. And I can't believe they've like doubled down so many times and they're like, this is our lipstick packaging. But they do sell, I guess, like they're calling this a refill. Don't mind the little image there. They're calling this a refill, and I like that it seems, oh, it has this freaking image on the side of it. Why does it have to have that? Why can't we just have a hobby that's like primarily women, not idolizing male body parts? Like, why can't we just have that? Like, what a male fantasy to be like, here I am doing makeup, but I'm still thinking about that. Like, no, I'm not. But as I was saying, I like that the packaging can kind of exist on its own in this like refill component, but it is quite lightweight and it does have a hot dog on it. So let's see. I know people were really interested in the gloss, and I can't remember, was the gloss not vegan and that's why I didn't buy it? I don't know. Or maybe I was just more interested in the balm. I bought some of these lip products like over a month ago and I've been kind of like slowly adding to the stock, which is why I'm cutting myself off here at 8 today. But can't remember the whole thought process. But let's see. It feels like a nice lip balm. Like, I feel like if you bought a chapstick at CVS because your lips were dry, it would feel like this. It's like an okay standard balm feeling. Is it giving me color? Like, my first impression is that it's not really giving me color, but maybe my lips are slightly more pigmented than they were to begin with. Yeah, here's what I'll say. I will use this. I feel like I'm often in like a little bit of a predicament with lip balms where like, if I'm wearing something that's rich in color, I'm nervous that if I'm in a situation where I'm not going to be like paying attention to my lips, that it's going to like smear or something. But sometimes I don't want to put on a completely clear lip balm because I don't want to have like nothing to my lips. Like maybe I'm going to the movies, okay? And I have my eye makeup on because I often do. And I'm going to be eating popcorn and I'm going to be staring at the screen and like the color of my lips don't matter. But if I just put on a clear lip balm, then it's going to be like so off balance on my face. I feel like this is the kind of thing that I could put in my bag and put on with very little thought. I don't think this has much color to it at all. I don't think I have to worry about this getting sloppy or anything, but it is a step above a completely clear lip balm. I'm surprised that it's not more avant-garde because that's what I kind of think of Isamaya as being. I'm not overflowed with excitement for it, but I do think it feels like a very useful product. Okay, let's get the next one out of the way because I did the purple thing again. The thing is, I feel like I acquired these all from very specific places, most of them from their own website. Essence from essence.com, Blend Bunny from blendbunny.com, Isamaya from isamaya.com, Colourpop from colourpop.com. The next 2 are from their own individual websites. So I wanted to include that Milk Makeup one because that's from Sephora.com. And I got this Nabla one because this is from Ulta.com. There's a method to my madness, but I'm also like looking at this and I'm like, I seriously ordered 6 of these from like their own individual website. This Nabla one, I have been looking at this formula for a while. Sheer Supple Lipstick Beyond Jelly. Like, it just sounds so nice. And this was part of like the 50% off sale for Ulta, the 21 Days of Beauty. And then often after that ends, they'll have a day where they'll have like the sales again. So I bought this on that day and I didn't even look at the product yet, but I did look at this packaging. This is in the shade Nocturna. And this packaging is so nice. This feels so high-end. It has like a little gold N on top. I just feel like, I don't know. Looking at all the other packaging, I'm like, this packaging is so nice. I hope I like this because I like the packaging a lot. Ooh, even like this little lipstick reveal, it looks kind of like a Like it's like rounded on the sides on top. Looks so nice. You know what? I don't like the formula of this as much. It's not like sticky, but it's a much more like sticky feeling balm compared to the Isamaya balm. It doesn't feel like, you know, like the Isamaya one. I compared it to chapstick, which is like, they have a signature feel. They have like a very standard lip balm feel. This one just feels more like, I want to say like Play-Doh. I don't know if that makes sense for a lip product, but it has that like somewhat stick to it of Play-Doh. And the color, similar to the color of the Milk Gloss. I mean, actually, I think this one was more cool toned than this Nabla one is. I feel like this looks so warm, and even though it's dark in its component like these black lip products are, it really is missing the essence of what makes the more black lip products special. I feel like this warmth to the lips is a lot more ordinary, and unless this looks different with a lip liner, which maybe I'll try sometime later this week or something, I don't think I'm going to be wearing this. So beautiful packaging aside, now we know. Okay, next we have this tinted lip balm from Finding Ferdinand. This is in the shade The Black, and their website was actually kind of confusing because they had they had listings for 3 black lipsticks next to each other, and the difference I realized was the scent. I don't know if I'm just dumb and it took me too long to realize that, but it was called like the black mixed berries, the black dark chocolate, the black no scent, or like something like, maybe, I don't know. So I was like, are they different? And then I realized it was about the scent. So I got the mixed berries one. I don't know. I like a good scent. Okay. Okay, yeah, it does smell like mixed berries. I like the color of green a lot. So although it doesn't feel quite as luxurious as the Nabla one, I do like the look of this. I don't like this brushed gold. I'm just being nitpicky, but that's my preference. This one looks like a traditional lipstick bullet. They do call it a balm, so we'll see if it goes on more like cushy than a black lipstick does, and hopefully more sheer. Okay. It did feel like it was, I want to say like harder packed. What's the equivalent of that for a lipstick? Like it felt like I had to really rub it against my lip to get the product to come off. It wasn't that dramatic, but it didn't glide on like I think a traditional lipstick does. I feel like I had to work to get the color a little bit. And this looks very much like a balm to me. It doesn't look very shiny. It doesn't feel quite as chapsticky. Maybe it's like a little bit more on that thicker end, like going towards the feel of the Nabla one. Not quite as dramatic as that one. I feel the millisecond of separation from my lips coming apart. Yeah, I don't know. I do think the color might be a little bit more warm than the Isamaya one, but I do feel very similarly about them. I think it's a product that's much less exciting than I thought it might be, but potentially very useful. I think I did like the feel of the Isamaya a little bit better, but I think I like the packaging of the Finding Ferdinand better, and I don't see any penises on it. Yeah, not even one. Okay, the final one, our final chance for redemption for the excitement level of the lip balm side of this video. I bought the lip balm from Mob Beauty. This is in the shade M138. I feel like Mob has really been like popping off recently. And a side tangent, when I was buying this, I was looking at so many other products and I was like, well, if I buy these 2 extra products, I can get free shipping and blah, blah, blah. And I had to just be like, I just need to buy the one product that I want. So if this goes well, maybe I'll go back and be more interested in buying the other products. But here's your daily reminder that if you want one thing, just buy the one thing. You don't need to buy more things just because you're buying the one thing. Coming from the girl that's trying out 8 new lip products today. Okay, so this seems to be like cardboard packaging, which I'll say I have mixed feelings about. Without knowing everything about the recyclability and the waste of makeup or whatever, I feel like it doesn't feel quite as nice. And I'm curious how it will hold up in my bag, because I can imagine this getting really like dinged about, or like, do I have to worry if there's, you know, condensation of my water bottle in my bag when this is in my bag? I do think it's really cool when brands look for ways to innovate and become more environmentally friendly, but I also kind of wish they went more the route of like reusable packaging. Like, I think it would be cool if this came like this, like in cardboard, but then I could pop it into a plastic thing that is not going to go into a landfill because I'm going to keep using it and reusing it. I don't know, just kind of my 2 cents. But maybe I'll use this one and I'll be like, the cardboard packaging is totally fine and totally resilient. Oh, that feels really weird taking it out of the lid. What? Do they have reusable packaging? Did I just say all that and they do? Because what's that about? I'm gonna look. Okay, turns out they do have this lip capsule for an extra $5 that it looks very similar to the packaging as it is. I guess it's a little bit more like rounded in the center. Perhaps if I really like this lip product, I'll buy that next time I order from Ma Beauty, but it is funny, I had no idea until like I opened this cardboard that it's just cardboard. Interesting. And it doesn't seem like the twist up, like, I don't feel like the cardboard is communicating with the actual mechanism. Oh, unless was I twisting it the wrong way? Let's see. I was twisting it the wrong way. It's just me, guys. It's just me. Ignore everything that I've said ever. Oh. I forgot to say that when I was considering purchasing this product for the video, I did watch a couple TikToks, which I usually don't do, especially when it comes to makeup, but I saw a video, I think it was from the people at Ma Beauty, saying that they made a black lip balm that's actually black. And that made me a little bit nervous, but I'm feeling good about this now. I think this one's giving me what I was expecting these to do. It's a really cool toned look. I think it's really interesting. I think it works without a lip liner, but I also think that if I wanted to bring a little bit more warmth into it, I could wear like my typical lip liner with it, and that would make it look a little bit more like natural. And I like that. I feel like it's good to have this lip product that's kind of less normal, that then I can make it more normal if I want it to, because it doesn't really work the opposite way, at least with the collection of lip liners that I have. The feel of it is really nice. It doesn't feel like a traditional chapstick. It feels like it might not last very long, but that's okay with me also. It's just kind of like nice and comfy and slippy, not too wet. And I also think it might give a little bit more shine to the lips than the other lip balms did. I'm so happy that I decided to finish with this lip product because I feel like this is what I've been waiting for. Side note, I just got an Isamaya ad where this person's using this product all over their lips and their eyes. And then when I clicked the link, it linked me to the product that I have. But I think it looks more pigmented on their lips. We also have very different lips. Okay, well now that I know what these looked like and felt like on my lips, I'm curious to see how they swatch out, and if some of these ones that felt very sheer are going to have a little bit of that black color to them in a swatch. But as I swatch, I am going to swatch them in the order of the ones that I think I like the least to the best. Again, this is obviously my first impression, so my feelings on like if I like this one better than this one, it might change with use over time, but it's just how I feel right now after trying them all out once. Okay, my least favorite, and maybe one that's even kind of disqualified, is this Nabla one. I like the packaging. As you know, I went on and on about it, but the formula of it I wasn't crazy about, and even if I was, I feel like it would still have to be kind of disqualified because the color was just so warm and didn't feel special at all. I think there, it looks like a grape jelly type of color. So if that's your vibe, if you're looking at all these other swatches and you're like, these are so cool toned, I want warm, maybe this is the one for you, but I was not impressed with that one, even though I wanted to be. The second to the worst one is this Colourpop lip oil in the shade Team Jacob. This was just giving me a whole lot of nothing. There's nothing that exciting to me about the packaging also, which doesn't really affect its ranking, but I just wanted to note. It does look a little bit gray in the swatch, but on my lips, as you saw, it was just a whole lot of nothing. In sixth place, I'm going to put this Milk Makeup one. I feel like this makes sense because this is also not completely the brief, but I still choose it over this Colourpop one that just looked like absolutely nothing on my lips. Because at least this looked like something. It was interesting. It was pretty. And I think you can see in the swatch how much deeper it is than that Nabla one. And we learned from this that a purple is not the same as a black. Who knew? So for the top 5, I feel like arguments could be made for any one of them. I think these are all, I don't know, kind of interesting in their own way. When it comes to the 4th and 5th place, I'm kind of experiencing a little bit of a toss-up. So maybe we could say they're tied. I don't know. I'm gonna give 5th place to this Blend Bunny one. This one lost points because I didn't love the feel of it. I didn't love how tight that is in the tube. Did you see that? That definitely glooped on something on my floor. Ooh, ooh, oh. And that's the kind of thing that like is a big discourager from using a product if I know it's going to be messy. But I did like that it gave me that black look on my lips. But experience is huge and I don't love the experience of using this. At the same time though, if you're not as nervous about products being messy, if you're ordering something else from Blend Bunny and you're like, let me throw this in the cart, it's on sale, it's just a couple dollars, I could see someone doing that. It did look nice on my lips. I just wasn't obsessed with how it felt on my lips, how the doe foot felt, and how it comes out of the tube. So that one was a toss-up with the 4th place because I feel funny giving a higher rating to this Essence one that looks so much less black on my lips than this Blend Bunny one did. Like, I feel like if you're just judging based on the look of it, this one looks more ordinary, I guess, but I liked the experience of it. I like the applicator of this. I like the scent of it. I liked the consistency of it. And also I like that it gave me that clear lip gloss plus lip liner effect. It was subtle, but I feel like it was nice. And even though they're not like the same thing, I know I'll be reaching for this Essence one more than I'll be reaching for this Blend Bunny one. I might never reach for this Blend Bunny one again because I'm going to dread taking the doe foot out of the tube and I'd rather just use something like this. So maybe I'm asking myself the wrong question by comparing these to each other. If I'm just asking overall the question of the rank of how likely I'd be to use the products, how excited I am to use the products, I am more excited to use the Essence than the Blend Bunny, even though the Blend Bunny looks more black on the lips. Number 3 is going to be the Black Balm from Finding Ferdinand. I do feel though that this one has the potential to move down because if it's similar to the Isamaya, but I like that one better, I might reach for something like the Essence more than it. That is a funny swatch though, because it barely comes up in the swatch. So I think that makes sense why it's so sheer in the lips. But it also looks a lot warmer than some of the other ones do, like the Blend Bunny one and the Colourpop one. But then again, I'm comparing it to ones that I like less than it, so we'll see how it compares to the ones that I like more than it. Number 2 is going to be the Isamaya. Despite my frustrations with the packaging, why can't they just release like other refillable packaging to put it into? Why can't they just do that? I do really like the product. Yeah, this is also very sheer in the swatch, like barely visible, but I think you can tell the difference in color, even though it's very invisible. This part of my hand where the Isamaya is swatched looks a little bit more gray compared to the Finding Ferdinand one, which is a little bit more berry. And then number 1, you guessed it, it's the Ma Beauty Lip Balm in the shade M138. Make sure I don't swatch on top of that other one. Yeah, it's a similar vibe to the other balms. Like, they don't come out super pigmented, but you can see that this Mauve one is so much more black than these other two. And while I'm excited to have some of the other ones, I feel like this is the one. Like, I feel like this is the only one that I need out of these. And I think if you have you know, if the things that I was saying about this sounded good and you were interested in trying a black lip product also, this is definitely the one that I would recommend. My only complaint is I do think the cardboard packaging is a little bit annoying to navigate. I wish I knew that I had to purchase the components separately, but, you know, I feel like based on the success of this, I could imagine myself purchasing from Mob in the future, maybe even Black Friday, kind of coming up. And when I do that, I'll definitely buy the permanent packaging for this, and I feel like I'm going to use it a lot. So there you have it. We have Nabla, Colourpop, Milk Makeup, Blend Bunny, Essence, Finding Ferdinand, Isamaya, and Mob Beauty. And we've learned today that black lip products are definitely not all created equal. I'm really excited that I did this. I'm usually not the kind of person that wants to purchase like a million of the same thing, but I feel like this could be helpful. And also, I feel like if I was just going to purchase one, it might not have been the Mob Beauty, and I might have judged all black lip products based on something like the Colourpop that didn't show up barely at all. If you've tried other black lip products, I'd be really curious to hear about that, or if you've tried other products from Mob Beauty. You know, again, I don't want to judge a whole brand based on one successful product, but I'm really excited to try more from Mob Beauty. I feel like I'm kind of seeing why people have been talking a lot about them recently if they make products like this. I really like this. Either way, I hope you will give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I also have a Patreon I'll have linked down below where I randomly select eyeshadow palettes every month. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Bye.